what if Vegito never defused part 4? Now, this has been a month since I've done this what if series, so let's get right back into it. After Vegito defeated Zamasu, things went back to normal until they had to do the Tournament of Power. But what I mean by that is by collecting all the people for Universe 7. And yes, Vegito did have the exhibition match against Toppo, but for Vegito, it was very easy. He would probably need Super Saiyan 2 to really mess with Toppo. And even if he did use Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue, it would be overkill because Toppo would have no chance anyway. But now, the tournament will begin, and Vegito will be the main target, just like how Goku was in the original, for most of the universes, but none could bother him. As he would fight Caulifla and Kale, but he would have zero issue, not even needing Super Saiyan, just in base. Now, when Kale did turn into the Legendary Super Saiyan, or the Berserker Saiyan is what they call it, he would then finally turn Super Saiyan and knock her out. Now, instead of Jiren this time, all the gods know of Vegito and how powerful he is. Belmont would tell Jiren to attack Vegito, which Vegito would be very excited as he heard a mortal stronger than a god of destruction, and it must be him, because he can sense a massive mountain of power within Jiren. So he's really excited because he can have a real challenge. The only person that can really give him a challenge is Whis, obviously. So he would go Super Saiyan attacking, but Jiren would block it with just one finger, and he would even try Super Saiyan God, and he would push Jiren back, trading blows, but Jiren is just way too strong. As he would get serious, he would go Super Saiyan Blue, as he was pushing Jiren honestly to the limit, pushing him to full power. As you guys gotta remember, this is Vegito we're talking about, who never defused since the Buu Saga and has been training with the gods. He is way more powerful than Goku and Vegeta. He's both of them combined, plus with training, and his potential is ridiculous. So I'm being very nice to Jiren here. We can just say that Belmont tell Margarita about how there's a mortal that can rival Jiren, and Belmont made Jiren train more. Let's just go with that. If anybody wants to get iffy about, oh, well, how's Jiren able to even touch him? You know, people want to know about that. So he would then go into Super Saiyan Blue, and Jiren would then go into his full power, not his limit breaking form, just his base full power. So it's not the transformation that he's using against Master Ultra Instinct Goku. So they would begin their fight, and it would be pretty even, destroying everything around them and knocking other people out in the process. Vegito would push his Super Saiyan Blue to the limits, using key weapons as well, but to no avail, as Jiren would then transform to his limit-breaking power. As he would easily begin beating down on Vegito, he was on the losing end. He would even try Kaioken, which is very dangerous, but it still was not enough because the stamina was running out. So he has no other options. He even tried Gallic Gun, Final Kamehameha, the Spirit Sword, anything, it was not working. So he would try out the Spirit Bomb, the same as Goku. But the same would happen as the original, as the Spirit Bomb would then implode and be turned like a black hole thing and then completely blow up. But now, Vegito would fall to the ground as he would slowly stand up in base as Jiren throws the final punch to end all this. But Vegito would catch it in his hand, and he would have a smirk, and he would then have a strange aura was then start to surround him. As he threw Jiren with ease away, he would look at his hand surprised, as Vegito now has just turned Ultra Instinct Omen. Being pushed to his limit, Jiren would have no chance, as his power would shock all the gods. Vegito at this point can easily fight all the gods of destruction without too much of an issue. He is not as strong as an angel, but he can fight the gods of destruction. He can fight almost all of them really if he wanted to. But Omen has a bad stamina issue, so it's a double-edged sword. He might not be able to hold out unless he finishes it. But now, all the gods would stand up in shock, and they would all watch, witnessing this power, as even Whis would be very happy that his protege student would actually attain this power, and even the Grand Priest would be impressed by it. Now, Jiren would activate his Limit Breaker again, as they would fight. Now, Vegito was able to hold his own this time in Omen, but he soon lost the form, I remember, because he was not used to it as like before, and Jiren blasted him away. Luckily, he was saved by Android 17, not Frieza this time. Yes, Frieza is still in the tournament, and he's still in his golden glory, running around causing issues. He does still fight Toppo, and he does still get beat up. But we're going to get to that in a second, as we are actually going to cut away from Vegito for a split second. Now, Gohan, as a matter of fact, is a lot more powerful in this because of his father, half-father, Vegito, would actually be making him train more, because even though Goku let him slide on it, Vegeta's side would not let it happen. And Gohan knows that threats like these, he needs to be more serious, and I do think that Piccolo would also be stronger too. all the Z fighters would actually be a lot stronger because of the fact that they have a higher gap to reach, which is like Vegito. So Gohan is actually, and we're being honest here, he's actually a lot stronger than he was in the original, and he would actually be able to handle most fights without the help of Piccolo and other people. And yes, this version of Vegito does fight Toppo and Dispo. Now, would Hit also join in as well? Hit would sooner or later be defeated by Dispo, as Vegito was too busy dealing with Jiren, who's the biggest threat. So Hit would not be able to fight Jiren, and most of the Universe 6 would be wiped out anyway because of Dispo and Toppo. But now Gohan would actually fight Toppo in his ultimate form, and he would actually cause Toppo to go into his God of Destruction form. Now Frieza would jump in. Now remember, this Frieza is actually stronger as well because he just fought Vegito a couple years ago and died. So he's in hell and he's actually training way more harder so he can try and catch up. And Frieza does have amazing potential. And even Frieza with his mental training, he was able to close the bridge between Goku from that time to when Goku first turned Super Saiyan Blue, which is a massive gap. So Frieza is actually, I would say, at least twice as strong as he was before. Which, is that not enough to defeat Toppo? Obviously not. I still think that Toppo in his God of Destruction form would probably still overpower Frieza, but the beating would not be as severe because Frieza could maybe land some shots. But now Gohan would jump in. Now remember, this Gohan is built different as he's been training very difficult and his power and his potential is insane. He would actually be as strong as Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. This is not a massive reach. As remember, Gohan within a short time of training with Piccolo, he was able to reach Super Saiyan Blue Goku's level of power, and this was officially stated. Now, do we know Dragon Ball Super's power scaling? Of course it doesn't make any sense, but if that is the case, then I do believe that if Gohan was throughout, ever since the Buu arc, a lot more serious, and was a lot more seriously training, I can see really how that is possible, and it is very possible that Gohan now is strong, if not even a little bit stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta was in his ultimate form. His Super Saiyan forms are obviously weaker and his base form. So he would actually fight Toppo, and Gohan would have a moment kind of similar to Vegeta, but without the pride thing, as he would see Videl pan his mother, his father, and Gohan knows that he cannot let them down ever again. As he would even remember fighting Cell and letting everybody down, letting his father die because he was not strong enough in his eyes. So he would push his powers to the absolute limit, and he would shoot a final Kamehameha against Toppo's full Hakai Ball, and that would actually defeat Toppo and knock him out of the ring. So Toppo's gone. And then Frieza would also fight Dispo, and I do believe that Gohan would then go help him, and they would defeat Dispo together, as Dispo wouldn't really have a chance. As remember, Gohan is so much stronger, and Vegeta's stronger, Dispo doesn't really have, not much of a chance anyway. So, we are now going to cut back to Vegito. Now, Vegito in his Ultra Instinct form, he would then still fight Jiren, and they would be clashing back and forth, destroying the arena around them, as the arena was just a bunch of like floating islands now. It wasn't really intact ring anymore. So Vegeta would then smirk, as Whis would then notice something, that Vegeta was gaining a lot of heat and that something was happening. So Vegeta would then catch his hand, and he would then actually smirk, and his hair would turn white. Yep. And his aura would explode, and his power would skyrocket to the ceiling and beyond, and this Vegito has now turned Mastered Ultra Instinct. With his potential, I can definitely see him getting it even a little bit early than how Goku got it, because it's Vegito. As Goku and Vegeta's potentials boosted together, he's like the perfect being, so I think he could get Mastered Ultra Instinct a little bit earlier than how Goku did. He didn't have to turn so many times. So, I think y'all know what's about to happen here. Jiren would have no chance. Now, power scaling wise, this Vegito is at the level of the Angels without a doubt. He can fight Angels now at full force. Now, can he defeat them all? Obviously not. If they all teamed up on him, he would lose. But I think 1v1, now we don't know how powerful the other Angels are, but we do know that they are not equal power, as like Vados is stronger than Whis. But I'll just say this, if he fought Whis that we know, I do believe that Vegito does have around a really good chance, around a 50-50 chance of actually beating Whis, but we've never seen an Angel's full power yet, so we don't really know. But for this what if and for my what if, I'm just gonna say that he actually can really give Whis a really good run for his money. So he would one-shot Jiren, as he didn't want to kill him, he didn't want to hurt him, but Jiren was 0 chance now. But Vegito would have the highest respect for Jiren, as Jiren is the most strongest opponent that he's ever fought, other than, you know, the Angels and stuff. And obviously, Zeno would appear with the Grand Priest. As Universe 7 would win, they would have more people, like Frieza, Gohan, Android 17, Piccolo. I do think that Master Roshi and the other guys will be out too, like Tien and them, and Krillin, and Android 18 and all that, but I think that the rest would stay. And Vegito would still get the wish because he is the leader of the team. Or if you want to say Gohan, it's fine. But I still think that Gohan will probably say, well, Vegeta was the one who knocked out the most powerful foe. He deserves it. So this is where we run down to. Would Vegito wish just for Universe 6 to be brought back because of Kaba? Or would he wish for all the universes to be brought back? I'm going to say he wished for all the universes to be brought back because it's the most common sense thing. And if he said something else, then Zeno would have erased the entire universe. So it wouldn't be a good idea. That we would have to stop the what if now because Zeno's too powerful. Now, that is it. And everything would be all peace. And he would then return home back to Bulma and Chi-Chi. And that is it for this what if. The next part will be the finale. As I'm saving Broly, Moro, and Granola for the next what if part. And after that, I will make the movie for this whole series. So if you all enjoy this part, let's try and get 50 likes, and I will make the next part for the series, which will be the finale. So I'm going to do all the cards on that table, and I'm going to make it the best one that I can for this series. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers. We're so close. You guys really need to see the 1,000 subscriber a thank you video because I have multiple things that I want to put in there. I'm going to be showcasing something. I'm going to say it now. I will be showcasing maybe a little sneak peek of a project that I've been working on. If you're a real fan and you followed me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm working with a friend of mine, and it is a What If fan manga. Yes, I will be showing you guys some sneak previews of what that will be looking like for What If Goku turned Ultra Instinct early. And I have been following the process and working with him, and I have seen the pictures of it, and I've seen the work that we've both done, and it's something else. You guys need to see this. The artwork is insane. So, and I also want to do, you know, talk to you guys and just really say thank you for all the things you've done for me. But anyway, I won't waste your guys' time. So let's reach 1,000 subscribers. We are so close, and I know that we can do it. So anyway, I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you all later.